AI video editing is moving crazy fast. But here's the truth. Nobody likes to say out loud. Most tools help you make a video. Very few help you actually post consistently and grow. So instead of a hype list, I'm giving you a workflow that ships. We'll keep it simple. Vizard is the core. Everything else is optional seasoning. I'll show you how I'm using Vizard to turn one long recording into a week of shorts with strong hooks, clean captions, consistent styling, and auto-posting across platforms. I'll also touch on a few familiar apps, just enough to explain where they slow you down and why I route around those bottlenecks. Let's start with the problem that kills most creator plans: the last mile. You export a nice clip, you bounce between 3 apps to style captions, you forget to post on Wednesday, and your whole daily shorts plan dies. That's why Vizard sits at the center for me. It doesn't try to be everything. It's the part that turns your long video into publish-ready clips on a schedule you can actually keep. Here's the flow. I drop a 20-40 minute recording into Vizard: podcast, interview, tutorial, webinar, even a Zoom call. It auto-transcribes with word-level timestamps, which flips your brain from timeline babysitting to edit like a doc. Delete a sentence, the video trims. Fix a name once, it propagates. If you repeated yourself, keep the cleaner line and nuke the waffle. Then I hit auto-editing viral clips. This is the cheat code. Vizard hunts for stop-scroll hooks, clean claims, crisp, do this instead lines, those cliffhanger beats that make people watch to the end. It trims the throat clears, the slow wind-ups that slaughter first 3-second completion. It flips to vertical, frames faces and screen shares so mouths aren't chopped and captions don't fight UI, and hands me a batch that feels human-tightened. From one session, I reliably get 8 to 12 clips I'd actually post. That's my week. Done. Captions are where most shorts either click or bounce, and Vizards are syllable synced to your voice. It sounds nerdy until you're on a bus at 30% brightness, sound off, and everything reads beat for beat. I set style once: font, size, high contrast highlight with a thin stroke, safe zones that keep text off my mouth and out of watermark zones, and apply across the batch. I break lines on phrase boundaries and highlight 1 to 3 keywords per sentence, so emphasis feels intentional. That alone moves completion and saves because the clip looks edited, not auto-generated. Branding takes 2 minutes instead of 2 hours. Toggle a progress bar and color match it, drop a small logo, add a 3-second outro bumper. Because everything lives in a template, every clip inherits the same polish. Your grid finally looks like one editor touched everything, because you did, once. And then the part that actually grows your channel: a posting rhythm. Vizard's content calendar is where I map the week. Monday bold claim. Tuesday do this instead tip. Wednesday story beat. Thursday objection buster. Friday social proof. I flip auto schedule, pick platforms: TikTok, IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, LinkedIn if your crowd is there, and Vizard posts on time whether I remember or not. If a timely idea hits, I drag that clip to the top, and the rest of the week reshuffles around it automatically. If I'm working with a team, editors tighten hooks in the transcript, tweak crops, respond to time-stamped comments, and version history keeps winners safe. No XML exports, no final V6 move, no 2 a.m. re-renders. That's the Vizard core. Now, because everyone asks, what about X? Let me be honest about the other tools without turning this into a catalog. Descript is great at what it's great at: recording and editing from text, removing filler words and silences, and doing little AI touches like voice fixes or eye contact correction. It's awesome for drafting scripts, tidying a course, or cleaning a podcast. Where it drags is the part after you've got a nice long edit. It doesn't turn that into 8 to 12 shorts with consistent captions and a cross-platform schedule. You end up exporting and doing the last mile in other apps. So the move is, use Descript if you like it for drafting, then hand the long cut to Vizard to actually ship a week of posts. CapCut is the AI playground. Relight a scene, outpaint a frame wider, auto-translate lips, auto-color. It's stacked with features, and the mobile app is clutch for quick fixes. But it also loves menus and toggles, and it's easy to get stuck tinkering instead of publishing. The free version is generous, the pro switches unlock more AI, but again, you finish a nice clip and then what? No calendar, no auto-posting, no batch-style inheritance across a week. So I'll absolutely relight or enhance in CapCut when I need to, then punt to Vizard for clipping, captions, brand consistency, and scheduling. AutoCut, the Premiere plugin, is a time saver for long interviews, speaker detection, automatic camera switching, automatic jump cuts, even B-roll suggestions based on your transcript. If you live in Premiere, it's handy. The trade-off is obvious. You're locked into a heavy NLE, collaboration requires bigger workflows, and you still don't have a way to spin out shorts and keep a posting cadence without bolting on more services. That finish line is where Vizard does its best work. Opus Clip made AI repurposing mainstream. Upload a long video, get candidate clips with captions, reframing, and some automatically added B-roll. It's a fast way to see what might work, but I still find the openers soft too often, and you end up fixing more than you post if your bar is high. Templates feel like templates unless you spend time tinkering. And there's no actual publishing system attached, no calendar that keeps you honest, no batch style that your whole week inherits. I'm not mad at using it to pre-screen candidates, I just don't let it be the last word. I still pull the best moments into Vizard to rewrite the first line if needed. Lock captions that read at phone brightness and schedule them. Runway is phenomenal for generating B-roll or entire visuals from nothing. If you need a moody dolly shot in a rainy alley and you have zero footage, this is your friend. It's also where the meter starts spinning. Either minutes vanish on lower tiers, or you're paying real money to live in unlimited land. It's perfect for shots, not systems. I'll generate a specific clip there when I need to, then return to Vizard to package the story into a sequence of shorts that actually get posted. Okay, back to results, because feels nice isn't the goal. When I moved to a Vizard-first publishing system, 3 things changed immediately. First, 3-second completion went up, because my opens were cleaner. No breath, no wind-up, just the sentence people wanted. Saves increased because captions were readable at low brightness, and the style was consistent enough that people trusted the content. Posting consistency finally matched my intentions, because auto-schedule doesn't get tired or distracted. My weekly scorecard is simple. Inputs, minutes recorded, clips generated, clips selected, time spent styling, posts scheduled, and outputs, first 3-second completion, average view duration, saves per 1,000, shares per 1,000, click through to the long video. Underperformers get a rewritten opening line and a recut. Winners donate their caption emphasis pattern to the next batch. If you want to rip this workflow this week, here's exactly what to do. Record 20-40 minutes. Interview, tutorial, solo rant. Drop it into Vizard. Let auto-editing viral clips run. Pick 8 to 12. Set captions once. Bold, high contrast, thin stroke, safe zones on. Break lines where you'd naturally pause. Highlight 1 to 3 keywords per sentence. Turn on the progress bar. Add your logo. Attach a 3-second outro. Map Monday through Friday in the content calendar. Bold claim, do this instead. Story beat, objection buster, social proof, and flip auto schedule for TikTok, IG Reels, YouTube Shorts, and LinkedIn if your audience lives there. Next week, check 3 numbers. First 3-second completion, saves, and click through to your full video. Rewrite any soft openers, clone what got saved. A couple of little habits that make Vizard even stronger. Before your hook line, leave a half beat of silence so the cut point is crisp. Think in segments when you record, 20-60 seconds per idea, so the AI has clean boundaries to grab. Keep audio clean. A decent dynamic mic in a quiet room is the cheapest editing upgrade you'll ever buy. And pick a caption style you can live with for a month. Switching looks every other clip makes your grid feel chaotic and costs trust. If you're wondering about cost versus time, that's the other reason I put Vizard front and center. The flashy tools rack up minutes, credits, or both. The invisible cost is hours lost to the last mile. Finding hooks, fixing captions, exporting variations, then remembering to post. Vizard deletes that entire layer. That's why I use other apps in the moments they truly help. Drafting in Descript, a relight in CapCut, an auto multicam pass in Premiere, a generated shot in Runway. But Vizard is the spine that turns footage into growth. Bottom line, tools should do their job and get out of the way. Descript drafts. CapCut decorates. Premiere plugins automate a few heavy lifts. Opus finds candidates. Runway conjures shots. Vizard finishes the job. Strong hooks, readable captions, consistent styling, scheduled publishing. If you're serious about actually growing with shorts, make Vizard the center of your stack and let everything else orbit it. If you want me to run your long video through this exact process and send back the receipts, watch time, saves, click through, drop a link. I'll walk it from import to a scheduled week so you can see where the time savings turn into momentum.